There are a few different ways that you can avoid probate. One way is by establishing a revocable living trust and funding your assets into that trust, meaning changing the account titles into the name of the revocable living trust, or potentially naming the revocable living trust as beneficiary of certain accounts. Another way that you can avoid probate is by making sure that you have beneficiary designations on all of your accounts. You can do that on bank accounts, brokerage accounts, and your 401k retirement accounts. Additionally, another way to avoid probate is by account titling, by using joint account ownership. So if you are, for example, a married couple and you own real estate or bank accounts jointly on the first of you to die, the account title will automatically, by operation of law, pass to the other person. You can avoid probate by establishing a revocable living trust and actually funding the assets into the trust. If you establish a revocable living trust and then don't do anything with your assets, it will not avoid probate. But you can take steps to put everything in the revocable living trust to avoid probate. So what that looks like is if you have a bank account in your individual name, you would change that bank account into the name of the revocable living trust. Or if you have a retirement account that you want to go to your young children, but now you have them named as beneficiaries, you can actually name the revocable living trust as a beneficiary on that account. One way to avoid probate is by having accounts that have joint ownership, meaning that instead of having individual ownership, I, Lindsay, own something on my own. It would be we, Lindsay, and my husband, Brian, own something together as joint tenants with right of survivorship. And what that means is that on the first of us to die, the second person would automatically have title to that asset individually in their own name. Another strategy for avoiding probate would be to make sure that you have updated your beneficiary designations. So you want to make sure your beneficiary designations align with your estate plan. In order to do that, you would make sure that you have listed the people that you want to receive your assets as beneficiaries on those assets. So when you name someone, for example, as a beneficiary on a brokerage account, that beneficiary can receive the account on your death without the need for any probate. Any assets that have a beneficiary designation pass outside of probate, meaning not based on the terms of your will, but based on the beneficiary designation that you've provided for that account. If you'd like to talk about some strategies to avoid probate, please give us a call at Hosel Law.